They return to the others with smiles, and Xiao tells them not to apologize as her earlier mood affected everyone's meal. She offers to cover the meal for Chen, impressing Lan, who notes it only took Chen 5 minutes to sort things out. Zier, feeling jealous, thinks Xiao is acting high and mighty, trying to be the main consort. She asks Chen who Xiao is, as he has not introduced her yet. Xiao tells her not to call him brother, likely younger than her. Lan observes the interaction, commenting it is not a fair battle but a one-sided domination. Chen tells them to stop fighting and start eating as he is hungry. Lan, trembling, admits Chen's methods are genuinely mysterious and cunning. On one side is the famous shark anchor, a reaper of wealth. On the other is a locally renowned talented woman with high aspirations. Lan acknowledges that Chen's maneuvers surpass the so-called art of charming women, practically making him a male succubus. Initially conquered by Chen's wealth, Lan now sees him as a spiritual idol, vowing to follow him to the death. Chen returns to his campus, thinking about the expensive restaurant and feeling fortunate he did not pay. He checks the current progress of his strategy, noticing Zier and Zhao's favorability levels are already high. He wonders if it is time to push for more progress aggressively. Suddenly, he sees another profile and recalls it is Yang's girlfriend. Initially, her favorability level was only 25 points, but now it is 76. He is surprised by the significant increase in a few days, questioning if his charm is that impressive. While he is busy checking the progress, his roommates run somewhere. One mentions hearing someone confessing to a girl downstairs, and the other laughs, referring to a pure love warrior, charging into battle for love. Chen finds the words attractive and goes to see what is happening. Outside the hostel buildings, someone is confessing his love in a fancy way and singing a song. It is Yong, apologizing to his girlfriend Xing for being mean and treating her with cold violence. He pleads with her to remember their beautiful past and give him another chance. Xing finds his behavior offensive. Chan, observing the scene, is surprised to see Yong rehearsing for the ex-lover drama. Jing, ignoring Yong, runs towards Chun and asks if he is Chen Yuan, expressing her happiness at finally finding him. She asks if she can add him on WeChat, begging him not to reject her. The crowd wonders why there is another guy, feeling sorry for Yong. Yong, furious, asks why it is Chen Yuan, feeling disappointed in Jing. Chen looks at Yong and asks if he senses frustration, finds it incomprehensible, and feels Yong is inconsistent. Yong, confused, asks what Chen means and why he humiliates him. Chun tells him honestly that he has always envied Yong for his handsome appearance and athletic prowess, effortlessly winning the hearts of girls. He explains that Yong seems to take girls' love for granted, but when he realizes he has lost that aura, he panics. His mind is filled with a desire for victory and success, yet he overlooks his girlfriend's feelings, pushing her away bit by bit with his actions. Now, playing the pitiful card to seek reconciliation, Yong must feel like a clown. Yong grabs his head and starts crying, admitting he is wrong and to blame. The crowd, stunned, realizes this is not a case of a third party intervening but a matter of cold violence being beneath dignity. Jing, emotional and understanding her feelings, increases her favorability to 91 points. Wu Zopi, part of the crowd, wonders about Chin's relationship with the girl he returned with. Turning to tell Xiao, he enters the room and loudly accuses Chun of cheating on her, nearly startling her with his sudden entrance. Xiao tells him firmly to stop fooling around, mentioning anyone can cheat, but not Chun Yuan. It's impossible. Wu Zopi insists a girl downstairs is confessing her feelings to Chen Yuan, citing their meaningful glances. Xiao dismisses it, stating Chun can't control others' expressions of feelings. It doesn't necessarily mean anything significant. Wu Zopi shows her news of Chen lavishly spending money on other women. Xiao calmly responds that Chen had told her about it. The total amount spent exceeds 30 million. Wu Zopi is shocked, but Xiao reaffirms that trust is crucial in any relationship, patting his head and explaining he wouldn't understand such heartfelt telepathy, having been single since birth. She then starts singing. Wu Zofi wonders how such a sensible person ended up behaving so foolishly. Chan, yawning from fatigue, is urged by his friend China to focus during the murder mystery game. Chen replies he didn't want to come in the first place. He was begged to join by China. Nearby girls ask why Wu Zofei is being so loud, possibly scaring Chen Yuan, as they enjoy watching him sleep. One girl asks if Chun has time for her tonight. Another offers to buy him hazelnut tea. China tells him if he doesn't come, these girls won't either, jesting that a handsome guy like him won't understand an ordinary guy's struggles. Chun points at Shang, asking China to explain why she's here. Shang is also acting in the play. She sobs, confessing she abandoned her childhood sweetheart for a wealthy man who later killed her, feeling she deserves this punishment without searching for a culprit. Her classmate calms her down, saying they can't continue playing this way. Tao informs Chun that if Lin Shutan hears he's around, it's tough to avoid her tagging along, asking Chun what's wrong with her. He's heard she's been seeing a doctor lately, possibly due to health issues. Chun wonders if he's gone too far. Despite her hurting him deeply, she sincerely desires repentance after forming a connection. He questions if he's being too harsh, even if she's at fault and feels guilty. Suddenly, a random girl approaches him, spreading a rumor that he's the online sensation Mr. Some Smoky. She asks if it's true, noting his online handles match. A man interjects, threatening violence if Chen Yuan is indeed Mr. Smoky, boasting of Mr. Smoky's lavish lifestyle. Chun recognizes the man and introduces him to Shutan, who's surprised to hear he's not Mr. K. Smoky. The girl Chun introduced quickly adds Yato on WeChat. Whispering to Chen, she compares their past dynamic to beating a dog versus being stepped on by him now. She tells the waiter that Chen Yuan is his classmate, making him happy and resulting in his table's bill being waived. Chun covers his face, laughing hysterically, leaving his classmates puzzled. Eventually, he assures them he's fine, having realized some things. He feels he gave Shutan the chance she wanted, but believes a leopard can't change its spots. He won't sympathize because she doesn't deserve it. Chun leaves the cafe as Leno invites him to a high school reunion at Kusha restaurant, daring him to come. Leno promises to cover all expenses today, prompting praise from his friends. They commend Leno's generosity, noting how he welcomes everyone and mentions Ru, whom he describes as a perfect match for him. Chun observes Ru, the bright spot in his life during high school, mysterious and noble, like an unsolvable equation captivating all the boys. He approaches her, asking to add her on WeChat for easier communication, irritating Yao. Ru agrees but wonders who he is, feeling they've never met before. The system notes their developing relationship, with her favorability towards Chun currently at 0. For a successful counterattack, he'll gain 35 attribute points and skills. Everyone in the room notices Chin's newfound strength, wondering about his transformation. Jia questions if he's become a lackey for wealthy second-generation kids, highlighting his recent associations with them. She accuses him of supporting notorious scumbags like Lu Wench. Wen defends him, prompting Jia to recall how Wench toyed with her feelings before moving on effortlessly, leaving her heartbroken. Yao joins in, offering Chin a job, suggesting he work for clean money instead of associating with wealthy second-generation peers. Chun muses that Jia aims to defame him while Yao assists in the attack, seemingly planning it together. He smirks, realizing these challenges are opportunities to assert himself. Chun texts Zhang Hozhen to bring his Ferrari to Kushu restaurant's entrance as they prepare to leave. Their group thanks Yao for treating them at the 4-star hotel, noting how these classmates might now avoid showing their faces. Yao offers to drive Ru home, insinuating he'll be her exclusive driver tonight, but she politely declines. A guard interrupts, requesting Yao move his car due to a VIP arriving. Reserved parking after 9 p.m., Yao questions the guard, asserting his right to park while spending at their restaurant, learning a lesson about VIP privileges. Yao waits by his car, curious to see who the important VIP is. Soon, a Ferrari LaFerrari arrives, a car he's only seen at exhibitions. Zhang Heian of Zhang Group steps out, a figure rumored influential among Seoul's wealthy second-generation circles. Yao feels relieved he hadn't crossed paths with him. Zhang hands the car keys to Chun, who gratefully thanks him for bringing it over such a distance, emphasizing their familial bond, making Yao shocked to learn it's Chen's car. Others wonder if Chun is genuinely wealthy. One remarks Chen's Ferrari could buy more than a dozen of Yao's cars. Chun tells Zhang he wants to introduce an old classmate, silencing some girls who criticized Jia's earlier accusations. Ru realizes Jia and Luno slandered Chen, feeling drawn to him despite his immense wealth. Chen seizes the moment, asking if he can escort Ru home. She agrees, and they leave in his Ferrari. Behind them, Yao hears when comparing people's differences to those between humans and dogs, feeling insulted but unable to respond. Chen drives Ru home, where she reflects on impulsively joining him, unsure about their sudden connection. Chen notices her Dita Von Teese pendant, surprising her with his knowledge. They bond over shared interests, leading to a blush from Ru. Chen drops Ru off, playfully sharing a gesture from their favorite cartoon. She tells him to call her Ru and thanks him, both laughing at their playful interaction. She finds Chen intriguingly different from other wealthy men. Meanwhile, Chen checks a chat from a wealthy tycoon group discussing various topics. Zhang mentions a major gossip piece involving Ru and Zio Gang's engagement, hinting at financial troubles within Zio Group and the potential marriage alliance. Shocked, Chen resolves not to let Ru marry someone else. He decides not to be passive in her life anymore, rushing to find her. Along the way, a woman mistakes him for a running man from a video and offers him a chance at internet celebrity, but he declines firmly. She persists, mentioning backing from Mr. Smokey, irritating Chen. He vents in his wealthy friend's chat, seeking help against her harassment. The woman, Shun Shui, panics when her boss summons her, fearing job loss. Chen ponders the hand group's audacity to vie for Ru, vowing to assert his own influence. Meanwhile, Ru's parents take her to meet the Han family, reassuring her amid their financial struggles. She's surprised by Chen's text asking about her location, revealing she's headed to Emperor Place restaurant for a scheduled event. She considers Chen a better option than her arranged match with Han's heir, feeling her father's unusual behavior signals more than a simple blind date. At the restaurant, they meet Mr. Han, impressed by Ru's grace and poise. She notices her father's secretive behavior with a bag of documents, suspecting more than a casual meeting. Mr. Han welcomes them warmly, signaling a potential family alliance. Ru texts Chen, updating him on her whereabouts in room 305. Zio Gang grasps her hand and confesses that since their last meeting at a party, he's been unable to focus on anything but her. He's lost his appetite and even dreams of her at night. Assuring her that his father will assist her family during tough times, she withdraws her hand and reluctantly thanks him. He places his hand on her back, suggesting they drop formalities since they'll soon be family. As he touches her hips, she slaps his hand, insisting he control himself. Her father scolds her for her rudeness towards Hanno Gang, apologizing and suggesting she doesn't know better due to her youth. Mr. Khan's laughs, seeing a match between Zio Gang and his daughter, inviting them to sit as Mr. M. Ono reviews the contract. Around the meeting table, the manager presents the equity transfer agreement, detailing additional clauses. According to the agreement, the Han family will inject 100 million yuan into the Yin Hang group of the Z family for a 20% stake, contingent on Z Ru marrying Han Zio Gang. Shocked by the conditions, she grabs the paper, reads it, and cries, accusing her father of selling her. Her mother tries to calm her, but she refuses, questioning why their business failures should dictate her life. She condemns Hanno Gang's vices and vows never to marry him. In a shocking turn, her father slaps her, leaving her bewildered.